I'm here with my friends from Gaza camp, and we're going to talk about what's going to happen to them. Okay, so what's going to happen to you? Yeah.
In the future,
Yeah. What's the
I'm
future?
planning to continue my education and in the same time working, find a good job that would benefit me in like money,
Yeah.
so I can provide my family with any assistance they may
When you
require.
say your family, do you mean the family you don't have yet, or do you mean
I mean the
your
both.
family that you have
I mean
now?
both because I'm progressing in age and for sure I'll be planning to get married in the future.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to support myself, and in the meantime, I'm also planning to be able to support my family.
What's your future?
Well, we're talking about the future,
Yeah.
and it's a word that's, in the same time, it's really huge, because none of the youngest or the teenagers thinking about their future. But if I want to talk about my future, first I will say to complete my education,
Yeah.
and as we all know, education here in Jordan it's a little tough, and after that you're gonna high school, sorry, like university or college, and I study hard, get a huge mark, high mark, and go to job. But
What's the job gonna be?
I think it will study like translator in the future, so it will be great because I don't know, the Palestinian in general have many like ideas and stuff really hard. So if you want to talk about any job, you want to be like successful man, it's really good translate maybe between two countries. This will be so useful.
Okay. What's your plan?
I'm already studying English literature in the university. I'm a second year right now. And I think when I finish my university, I want to go to have a job. And as they said, I want to help my family, my parents, my sister, my aunt, my grandmother. I'm the only children here, and I just have one sister.
Yeah.
And my father is an old man. My mother is an old woman. So maybe after 2 years, my father cannot work anymore. So everything will be on my shoulder, as they say.
So what we should have done to start with was introduce everybody. So what's your name?
My name is Faisal Abu Tayman.
Your name?
Mahmoud Al Haj.
Wasim Salame.
Yani.
My father.
So now we've got the call to prayer
دقيقة شوي
and the phone.
طيب
So we
يلا.
might just slow down for a minute.
We'll slow
How
down
long
for
does
a
the call to
minute.
prayer last?
Maybe 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I wanna go to bring the coffee.
Yeah, you
It's
can go
okay.
and bring the coffee, yeah.
She's still recording.
So do you think you're going to stay in Gaza camp?
Well, in this case, I have two choice. Like I have two choices. The first one, and every time I talk to myself, I need to go outside of the Gaza camp and have many information, many knowledge, and high education, and get back to the camp to make a useful person. For example, to give a help or everyone have a hand in helps in the good things.
Sorry.
What about you? Are you going to stay in Gaza camp?
For me, I've been staying in and out of Gaza camp for a long while.
Yeah.
Keep going back and forth between Zarqa, Amman, and Gaza camp. But when it comes to Gaza camp, I feel like I'm related to Gaza camp as a Palestinian refugee from Gaza Strip,
Yeah.
who has some connections in the camp and some relatives also and friends.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the camps also, it comes to me to help the camp to get improved through different activities, through volunteering, through helping the youngest peers. So that's how. So I think I would move out of the camp, but in the same time, I would stay. I would keep coming to the camp to help in improving it.
What about you? Staying in Gaza camp for
So,
life?
so
You're gonna
life.
have children here.
I think when I think about Gaza camp, it's the place where I grow up here.
Yeah.
I raised up here. I studied from the first grade to the 12th grade here. So I have a lot of memories. I have a lot of friends. All the people I've known him in the camp. So if I want to go to place out of the camp, I didn't think I won't remember my camp. But in the future, I think I will come back to the camp. I will help to improve my camp, to help the children, to make them live the life that I have never lived, to support them.
Does religion play a big part in your life?
Yeah, of course, because the religion, maybe you learn a lot of things from our religion, because we are Muslims, and we learn all the values. Maybe our traditional ways come from the Islam. Our Islam teach me how I think, how to live, how to deal with the other peoples. So the Islam, you can say, play a big.
What about you?
Well, I'm like 17 years old until now, and about my religion, it's really good thing to be person who have a religion, and thank God it's like Muslim. And if you talk about Muslim, I don't know from where I will start. So the Muslim, the first thing when you do your prayer, the last thing you want to do is just to feel yourself communicate with the God, and it's really good feeling because you are now between the hands of the Lord, and that is a really good things. Even with communicate with people, you'll see you are different. Why you different? It depends about the person, polite, so good in the way how to communicate and what your speech will be. It's really good thing. It's been we are in the Muslim here right now. Every Muslim, however the world in the countries, walk in the street, they say, "Salaam alaikum." They reply back, "Wa alaikum assalam." It's a really good way to communicate. But if you're comparing this with a different religion, I will not give example, but different religion, this will be different. Nobody say hi to another. Or for exception, like he's a friend, his relative, one of the relative, but one in the street, hell no. So what's with me when you grown up, okay, when you if you have luck, if you have the correct situation, you will get married, and even the marriage in the like Islam way, it's different.
What about you?
When it comes to Islam, it reminds me of like many different things, which that gives me like a fuzzy feeling to speak of. And when it comes to Islam, I remember forgiving, like how I remember how I learned to forgive, how I learned to be equal in treating like women and children, how to be able to communicate with everyone around me with like through speaking with them by with us like with that spirit which is being so nice, being not being so kind in speaking, how to earn more how to earn more friendships through knowing, like through when I go to the mosque sometimes I'll have the chance to know some, meet new people, meet other people and get to know them. Also, what's special about Islam is it's completing me.
Everything in Islam is special, so Everyone who belong, like who born in Islam, you'll say it's really different. So my father is Muslim, my mother is Muslim, my grandmother is Muslim, and like the fifth or the 10th grandmother is Muslim.
And your all of your ancestors are Muslims?
But all of them. So when you be Muslim, that's don't burn people when you meet another people from a different religion. No, no, it's really I'm a Muslim. I have many friends not Muslim, but when you meet friend or when you like starting to make a new relationship with any kind of or any kind of in the whole world, you depend about this person. You just judge about he's talking to you, that what the things that make the friends more and more stronger. Don't judge about just the religion. No, that is completely wrong. So we have like specific people who just you are Muslim, yes, you're my friend. Is he Muslim? No, you're my enemy. That's wrong. And we have this specific people from non-Muslim. We have from Christian, Jewish, Israeli, everyone who have these specific things. So we just depends about for my opinion. That's for my opinion.
Now, what I see when I walk around Gaza camp is a huge variety in skin colour, and we had a talk about it earlier, whether the people who are darker identify as more African than Palestinian, or whether every Palestinian is a Palestinian and there's nothing else going on. So what's the story on that?
You know anything about that? Yeah, you want to talk about first?
Like when it comes to races and like racials and origins, I would remember something that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had said in the past. He said that there are no differences between between an African or like a foreigner or like Arabic, like unless in one thing, which is in faith. Like faith is the highest level that could be compared between me and him. Like if I'm better, I would be better in my faith,
Not in you.
not in my color, not in my speech, not in my. And that's how I think it's going on. And no one is focusing on like he's from that family or he's African origin, African Palestinian or something like that.
Yeah,
No,
I've
the true
never
story.
seen.
If the black people here are from Africa or origin from Palestine, we don't know what's the right thing. Nobody tell us, but we don't think about that because it doesn't matter. I mean, nobody think that way. Nobody say where you come from originally. Are you from Africa or you're from Palestine? No, you are not from Palestine originally. We are Palestinian from the first time when first Palestine created. No, no one think in that way.
I am absolutely great, but because so Faisal is my friend. I never ask him, are you African Muslim or Sadani Muslim or you are Muslim?
Yeah, are you an African Palestinian? I've never heard anyone. I've never heard the comment. But what I've seen is like a really big variety of skin colours. Like, I mean, you're so white. Looks like you got a bit of the Jew in you. But Omar's like that. He's got a bit of the Jew in him. He's so white, you know. And you could be a bit more bit of Nelson Mandela in you, you know. And you look like you got a bit of wog in you. That's how we talk in Australia, you know. The Roman invaders.
One of the benefits of Islam, so it's change the way how we think, the way how we deal with the other people. We don't judge on their looks or how they looks from the outside. Just you are my brother, you are a Muslim, he's my brother. I respect him for everything. I deal with him the way he think, in the way he's thinking, not the way he's look or in the way he's his religion or his faith.
Well, I think this is important because
Yeah.
it's where Gaza was situated in the world. So, you know, it's been invaded by the Romans. It's been
Yeah,
invaded.
yeah.
It was an Arabic state.
Yeah.
I mean, it's inevitably going to have that sort of mix, and that mix must go back for, you know, a long, long, long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You know? So,
Also, when it comes to races, when I wanted to give a comment on what he said, is Islam taught us how to treat people because they are people, not like to treat the person for his personality, not to treat the person for his reality, for his color skin, for his skin color, sorry,
okay.
for his past, for his.
Okay, so how does Islamic terrorism fit into the equation?
I don't believe that there is an Islamic terrorism. There is there is wrong rumors that it's affecting the picture of Islam. They're trying to copy the Islam style and trying to
To tell all the world that the Islam is bad thing, the Islam is all about terrorists, all about killings, all about.
what I learned about Islam in war. It's like I'm never allowed to harm a child or a woman or an old man or even a tree.
So,
And the ones who are doing it, they are not Muslims. And even if they are Muslims, they are doing something wrong, and they should be also guided.
what about Sharia law and corporal punishment and things like that?
I don't get it.
Sharia law, like chopping people's hands off for stealing and these.
Ah,
In
Hudud.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Like this thing, I remember it used to be happening in the past, and it's still implemented in Saudi Arabia. And the main goal of it is like to teach the other people, to give them a lesson, not to repeat the same thing again.
Yeah, well, you're pretty.
I think it's pretty it's very hard, or it's very hard punishment to cut somebody's hand, or they had the one who they had the one who killed. I think
We like, let me complete on you. So we understand from a long, long ago for our Prophet Muhammad. So everyone who steal, cut his hand. Everyone who cheat somebody or just go and sleep with another women and the stuff like that. We know in the past, all past, that's nothing happened, but they mention in the Quran, the Holy Quran. But why for example, Saudi Arabia do it? For a little example, if I steal money from anyone, I have my punishment. Maybe my cousin will go steal too, maybe my neighbor. But if I get my punishment, la samahallah, cut my hand. Well, that's a lesson not for one of my relatives, not, it's for all. So when my hand or just my leg, that will go. The Islam have rules. Why the rules? Because we don't want any cheating in this world and have the Islam message. So everyone who have his punished, he have do something wrong.
But you're not going to support cutting off people's hands.
It's not the goal of all these things just to cut things. that's the point. It's not the point.
they are aiming like
No.
to stop it from spreading in the whole country or the whole region.
What about Gaza camp? Is there much theft in Gaza camp?
I'm gonna lift Gaza camp in the future.
Yeah,
What?
do things get stolen here?
I didn't get the question.
Like, are there people stealing from people in Gaza
No,
camp?
no. You know, in our camp, all the people maybe know each other. Nobody steal. I don't think. No,
To be honest, like these things happens from good things are happening in everywhere, and also bad things happening in everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't be honest and say that it doesn't happen in the camp. Maybe it would happen, but
what happened? Yeah.
Like it happens. I think is it's happening less than other areas in the country.
Yeah.
Put your fucking hands up. Click.
في إضاءة كويسة
Okay, well, how about this? When are you getting married? When are you getting married?
I will answer that.
When are
I
you getting
think
married?
when I want to think about marriage, first should have a home, my own home, my own car, my own business. So
It's going to be a while then, isn't it?
Sure. What shall I do? Nothing to do, يعني. It's a really hard life, and you gotta deal with that.
When are you getting married?
When?
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
What
I think.
year?
Not soon as possible, but like I don't know. I planning like 35. Why? I will tell you why. Yeah. I was so young. That's one. And the second, it's the most thing is important. I will meet the correct women. So in the first,
Okay, so what's the correct word?
so the perfect the perfect women that like imagine all the time. Can I say that? She have nice boobs.
Right, you know, that's really the point of it, isn't it? She's gonna have nice boobs.
The perfect women, so like how we will try.
Will you make her wear the headscarf, or is she going to be allowed to wear what she feels like?
So if I loved her, that's
change.
yeah. You will change everything. So
can change him also.
so it depends about the women.
When are you getting married?
I've never thought of like I think about it, but I'm not so sure that it would be in 10 years.
Right. So
Maybe.
if it, like in summary, you're not going to get married. You guys are not going to get married early. You're going to be 35 or something. So how many
35.
children do you think you're going to have? Well, you come from a fairly small family.
Okay, I
only
think
two,
I want to make a small family, not 10 or 20 kids,
You know.
just 3 or 4. I think
Three or
that's
four.
enough.
What about
3 or
you?
4.
3 or 4?
No. Maybe 3 boys, 2 girls.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Control that.
How many for you?
At least 4. At least 4.
At least 4.
At least, right?
Maximum 8.
Maximum.
It depends about your house and your money.
Yeah.
So if you have the money, because you can raise up the kids,
That's
and if you have the big house, for a castle, for example, you so even the dreams. When we dream about the future, you will need
Mr. Dreamer.
the best things, and you will not have it all, but you have the free to think.
So how many children in your family?
I have 5 brothers. I am the 6th of them, so I have 5 brothers and 2 sisters, and mom and dad.
And that's
So-
too many or too few?
It's too many. It's 10 person in the house.
How many in your family?
Let me count. 1.
Let me count. I have 6 brothers, about 6 sisters. My father, stepmother, my mother. 12, about 14.
And you, I know, you've got
Just one sister.
one sister, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a clear pattern here
Yeah.
of people wanting smaller families.
I think when the small family is better when you don't have a lot of money. So if you have a lot of money, you have a good situation in life, you have a big house. You don't matter. It's 10 or 2 kids. You can raise them. You can teach them. You can take them to a good hospital. You can take them to a good university. You can help them in their life. You can give them whatever they want when you have the money. When you don't have the money, you can't help them.
So you see that as the same thing?
I think Wasim would, to get the money, would sell drugs.
Sell drugs, yeah, I agree.
Weed also.
Yeah. I think you should be
He likes weed.
selling lots of pot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's been one of my major suggestions to Palestinians is that they grow heaps of pot and get the Israelis stoned off their face and take all their money. That's been my major suggestion. That's my major peace recommendation. You know, I mean, you asked me earlier if I thought what I was doing was going to make a difference, and I would, as I said to you, I think that would be incredibly egotistical to say that what I'm going to do is ever going to make any difference.
Well, okay.
So,
Let me ask you a question.
okay.
If you were in my shoes, what you're gonna to do in your life, in my age right now, and if you saw how life it is, how difficult it is. So, what you think is will you plan for the future? How can you change your life if you put yourself in my shoes?
I think you guys are right. It's about education. Everything is about education, and after education, I think leaving.
Living where?
I don't care where you go. I don't care where any of you go. I just care that you get out, and I mean get out of Arabia entirely and go and live somewhere
it's
else.
really
It doesn't
hard.
matter to me if it's France or England or Australia or America. Just anywhere.
Not that easy. It's not that easy to go outside.
I know. But I think that
calling
when you
me?
come back, you can then understand better what's great about here
Yeah.
and what's great about the rest of the world and what needs to change. Because, I mean, I love it here. I think there's things about here that are fantastic, you know. Even, like, with all the poverty, that aside, I've met fantastic people who are Palestinian, and so I just think you need to get out of here to really appreciate
We hope
that.
so.
You know,
We hope
so
so.
they're the two things: education and leaving, but leaving with the intention of coming back, not leaving and never coming back. You know.
That's a good point.
Leave it going, leave it going. Don't turn it off or anything. I want to see how we went for light as it got darker and darker and darker. We're down to one little
You want to
bulb.
continue? We can sit in the room.
I think that's a good place to end it.
Can I sing? Can I sing now?
Really good.
Can I sing now?
Oh yeah, sing.
If you ever leave me, baby,
Bruno Mars.
leave some more for the door.
Because the Norwegian can say me.